fans with the chant of "Let's go Aggies." Into the high post beam, now hands back off to Porter, and here comes the swinging gate to Merrill. Pulls up, 18-footer, off the back rim, no good. Kartofowski can't handle the rebound. Loose ball over by the sideline, knocked out of bounds off of Cody John. Justin Bean, great hustle. And so now the Aggies to inbound by the time the quarter court mark on the left side. Throw it into Porter straight away. Porter now goes to Brock Miller, who goes to Kartofowski at the top of the key. Pass fake left, now passes to Abel Porter on the right. Straight away to Merrill, cutting beam, not open, goes left side over to Miller. Miller straight away to Kartofowski, back to the center circle to Abel Porter. Dribbles over left, shot clock at 10. Bean high out left, will drive into the paint, throw underneath for Miller. He's pinned underneath, turns around, fades and hits. Beautiful move. 2-0 now. Utah State with the early lead. 18:37 to go first half. Utah State fans in full force with great noise. Weber State on their second possession. Here's a long three from Davis. It's good. Nice rhythm shot for Davis. 3-2 Weber State. Porter driving hard, right side, blocked nicely by Zidor, and the loose ball claimed by Weber State. Outlet now to Zidor, who's palming it all the way. Looked very church ball-like as he didn't look very comfortable coming up the floor. He's got to know to get the ball to a ball handler, right? I mean, yeah. So Sam Merrill with the ball straight away, throws over to Bean right side now. Miller tethered quickly, and he'll rise and fire for a long two. Off the mark, rebound Davis. Weber State the other way. Davis goes to Cody John out of Toronto, who floats it up over defenders off the rim, no good. Kartofowski the rebound, outlets Sam Merrill. Merrill across the court to Porter left side. Porter shakes a defender in the lane, underneath Bean, reverse layup. 4-3 Utah State. That was a great fake, a subtle fake too. Got a defender off balance. That was a nice move. Cody John tethered hard this time by Sam Merrill. Goes wide to the right side. Three ball on the way and good by Israel Barnes. So Israel Barnes out of Wichita, Kansas gets his first bucket. Weber State up 6-4. Long three, Miller, no good. Rebound, Kartofowski. Outlet Porter. Three is in and out. Well, you can see Kartofowski causing real problems in the paint. Kozak up at the top of the key. Goes left side to Cam Davis. Now straight away to Barnes. Right side Kozak. Right angle now. It goes to Cody John. A patient offensive possession here by the Wildcats. Davis flares out right. Tries to go to in the inside to Zidor, and it's picked off. Aggies head the other way. Merrill between the legs, dribble, top of the key. Now gets into the paint, double team, flips underneath to Porter. Porter at the key, at the base of the key, can't go anywhere with it. Merrill drives to the lane, and a blocking foul as he goes in hard. This one is going to be called against Cam Davis. That was one of those close block churches when Utah State's way. Great observation by you. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Utah State Basketball, the Aggie Radio Network from Learfield IMG College. Sam Merrill 2 for 2 at the free throw line on that trip. Game tied at 6 apiece with 16:34 left to play here in the first half. Thanks so much for being with us alongside Lance Beckert. I'm Tony Parks. Weber State now with the ball top of the key. It is Zidor. Zidor now sets the screen for his teammate KJ Cunningham in the game for the first time. Ball knocked loose. Cody John picks it up. John out by the timeline, throws out left side to Cunningham. Cunningham to Kozak. He looks to hand off. He throws it out of bounds. He went to hand that off to Davis. Davis went the other way. Ball slips out. Turnover. Utah State ball.
Yeah, I think he thought his partner was going to back cut there, and just a little miscommunication. First game of the year, I think you can kind of expect that a little bit. We had a few of those kind of turnovers in our game a couple days ago.
That first game of the year, boy, coaches never, I mean, you have an idea what it should look like, but you never know exactly until you get live bullets. Abel Porter with a nice move to get to the top of the key. Now goes to Bean, who spins on the baseline, lays it off the glass and in.
I'll tell you what, Bean has really become an offensive person to reckon with on this Aggie team.
He's more than a pretty face, isn't he?
He is not. He is not just a hustler anymore.
Cody John with the ball top of the key. Palms it, doesn't get called. They go out left side to Davis. Now down to the low block, going to work Zador, kicks it back out, around into the corner. Cunningham a three. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound Bean. Outlet to Porter. Sideline Merrill. Up the right side, Merrill between the leg dribble, takes a screen now, rises, fires for three, rims out, loose ball, knocked towards the out of bounds line, but saved in by Davis. This time he goes to Cunningham. Cunningham straight away to Kozak. Kozak nowhere to go. Terminates the dribble, has it stripped, stolen away by Merrill. Outlet Brito, the race against Kozak. He wins it, lays it up and in. 10-6, Utah State with a 6-0 run.
Yeah, the Aggies doing everything they need to kind of extend this lead right here. They have the crowd involved.
Weber State 3 turnovers now, and now 4 turnovers in the last 3, 27. The Utah State defense has turned it up. Some of it has been self-inflicted. Here's Cody John on the baseline. Gets to the paint, circus shot, up no good. Rebound tapped around. It's grabbed by Kozak. Hard-nosed rebound. He's on the baseline pinned. Goes out to Cunningham. Straight away to Davis. Now out left side, Cody John. John looking for the screen from Zador, takes it, comes to the free throw line, tries to pass inside, knocked away and stolen. Bean collects the loose ball, nice tap by Trevin Dorius. Another takeaway for the Utah State defense. Porter whips a pass off the face of Dorius. Loose ball is collected by Kozak, and Weber State will have possession.
I got to believe that pass was not designated for him. That hit him right in the mug there.
Yeah, not for his face, for sure. Here's Cunningham on the left side, goes straight away. Kozak, NBA three, off the front of the rim and the backboard, no good. Merrill with the ball. We've been under 16 for a while as we now have 13:55. Some players starting to look a little gassed here in the early going.
Yeah, this is a furious pace to start the game, and defensively the Aggies have really been locking it down.
Merrill with the ball straight away. Now going to Bean. 15-footer off the right side, front rim, tapped around, rebound, grabbed by Brito out in the right corner. Drive, fakes the drive, now goes to Dorius. One bounce, turn, fade from 10, off the glass and in. Nice play, Dorius. The run is 6-0.
Yeah, I think Dorius has really been our most effective back-to-the-basket scorer, and he's doing it with a shiner above his right eye, it looks like now.
Weber State without a point in the last 4 minutes. A big-time scoring drought for this team. Cunningham from 15, no, passes left side, Kozak. Shot fake the three, goes to Zador, and he is outmatched in terms of size. Dorius all over him on the base. They pass it out, they go around the horn, in the corner for three. Davis, that's no good. Rebound, Sam Merrill. One and dones for Utah State's defense, and a lot of takeaways to go with it. Merrill flares out left, now goes straight away. So Brito, he's bumped, he's fouled by Joe. All right, here we go. Utah State with the ball. Sam Merrill tries to drive right, cut off, and then has to pass to.
We have a foul, then we go to media, and no one on the bench was aware or on the floor that shot clock went to 20 seconds. That's an adjustment that we'll need to get used to.
Game awareness. Awareness. Yeah, certainly. All right, Weber State with the ball down 12-6 and without a point in about 5 minutes. And now an offensive foul is going to be called. The newly checked in Tim Fuller with a moving screen. 3 team fouls now on Weber State, none for Utah State with 12-19 here in the half.
Yeah, so the NCAA officials, they continue to kind of tighten up on-ball screen fouls. So if the player's not rolling, they're going to get you if you make any movement at all.
Utah State up by the score of 12-6 here with 12:08 left to play in the first half. Merrill catches, and an offensive foul now is going to be called against the Aggies. This one's going to go against Anderson.
Yes, the crowd won't quite understand this, but that's an illegal screen because he kind of hip checked him, right? You have to screen with your chest now in college basketball. You cannot screen with the side of your body or your backside.
It's only a 6-point game, but it feels like forever since Weber State was able to put it into the basket or even have a quality possession. It's over 5.5 minutes without a score. Now trying to make something happen is Israel Barnes. Comes around a Fuller screen, tries to probe into the paint underneath Fuller, lost it, loose ball on the ground, picked up by Kartavovsky. Outlet to Brock Miller, sideline now to Diogo Brito. Brito take a screen from Kartavovsky, hand off to Merrill, who moves it over to the right. He's doubled, goes underneath to Brock Miller, who puts it up, has it blocked. He recovers though, gives it to Anderson, who passes underneath. Kartavovsky with the reverse lay-in. It is a 10-0 run, 14-6, Aggies.
Just continue to be impressed with Alfonso. He's just a headsy player. He found the open man there. Kuba was able to finish with the opposite hand.
I know it's early in the season, very instinctual. He has great vision for the floor.
He does. He's just calm, cool, and collected.
And out of the corner, stepping out of bounds, I believe was Cunningham. A turnover, another one, the 7th for Weber State so far here tonight. Actually, the 8th. Yeah. 14, no bench points for Weber State. On top of that, no points at all for the last 6.5 minutes. Utah State with the ball up 14-6, under 11 left to play here in this first half. Kardoffsky high out right, hands off to Merrill. Merrill now with 12 on the shot clock, gets to the free throw line. Back out, Anderson, right angle three. Back rim no good. Long rebound is grabbed by Weber State. So the Wildcats heading the other way, trailing 14-6 in this one. Straight away is Cunningham, now high out right to Davis. Cunningham back out high left. Tethered nicely by Merrill. Utah State defensively has really turned up the heat. Here comes Cunningham off a screen, finds a soft 10-footer over the long reach of Kardoffsky. He gets it over. Kardoffsky missed the shot, and Kuba grabs the easy rebound. Merrill, long pass. Brito on an alley-oop layup. Scores at 16-6. 9 takeaways defensively. A run now of 12-0 and a drought of over 7 minutes for Weber State.
Yeah, that was a great rebound by Kuba. Kept the ball high, led that break. What a wonderful job the Aggies have done defensively.
Here's a drive into the lane and fouled on his way to the rack as Israel Barnes. Kardoffsky ended up with a foul there, but you can really see how tough and how stressful it is to even get a trip to the line or even get into the paint. Utah State defense isn't just bigger, they are also tactically playing perfect.
Yeah, really, they're playing the pack defense today, which really, inhibits the easy drives and allowing that ball to get to the paint, their size and their strength.
Missed the first free throw, that being Barnes on the front end of this two-shot foul. Dorius in the game for Utah State, so is Porter. Brito will come out as well, and I didn't see who came in for him.
Abel
Porter. Okay, so he replaced him. My bad. 9:58 left, first half. Second free throw is good. So they're still without a field goal in a long time, but they finally get on the board 16-7. Getting on the board for the first time in over 7 minutes. Aggies up by 9 here tonight. In the first half, Sam Merrill has it high out left. Merrill now goes to Brock Miller to the left side. Anderson going to work, bumping, backing off. Offensive foul. And selling it that time nicely was the defender, Donatas Kupsis, out of Lithuania.
Yeah, probably my least favorite call in all levels of basketball nowadays. There's no more post banging. It's turned into a flop fest.
Well, what I hate about that is if Kupsis just holds his ground, there's no call.
Yeah.
So either it's a foul before he gets knocked to the ground, or it's just not a foul. Mm-hmm. Weber State with the ball, going to work. On the block is going to be Zador going up against Dorius. He puts it up off the glass, off the rim, no good. Merrill with the rebound. A lot of one and done for the offense of Weber State. Anderson pushes off a little, turns, fades from 15. Hits. Nicely done. And that was a well-defended play, but Anderson didn't care. 18-7.
He is really an assassin, right? He gets a little angry, but it doesn't show on his face. Just comes down and shoots it in.
Oh, here we go. 18-7. Utah State on top of Weber State. A long time without a field goal for the Wildcats. Barnes, way out up top. Floats to the left side, guarded nicely by Merrill. Here's Cunningham with the shot clock at 4, down to 3. Top of the key, goes right side. Now Davis has to hurry. 1 second, floats it, fouled. Off the rim a couple times, no good. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2 with 1 second left on the shot clock. Dorius got it.
Yeah, Dorius over there to help position, just kind of a little late getting there, and ends up to pick up that blocking foul.
So Davis will go to the free throw line. Cam Davis out of Denver, Colorado. You can really see how tough life has been for this team without Jared Carter. A guy that can create. You don't have droughts like this most likely with the preseason conference play.
No doubt about that. He's a prolific scorer, so when things are going wrong, he can create his own shot. He's got the ball in his hands as the point guard anyway. He's fast. Yeah, he just kind of gives them a little different bit of energy.
You never want to get ahead of yourself, but do you sense in this moment with the way Utah State is defending, owning the rebounds, things like that, that they have a chance to really run away from them early?
Well, I definitely think that you need to stretch your lead here because Randy Ray is a technician at halftime, and he makes some adjustments that are killers. 8.5
minutes left. Split free throws, by the way, by Davis on a miss then make. Merrill will drive on the left side, has a block but knocked out of bounds. With 14 left on the shot clock, the Aggies will inbound from the baseline right.
Yeah, so we talked earlier about clock awareness, game management. They need to be aware there's only 14 seconds on the shot clock here.
Cody John back in for Weber State. Justin Bean came in for Utah State after that last free throw situation. Showed with Sean Bairstow. And Bairstow will take the inbound pass and score.
Yeah, absolutely. If you haven't watched Aggie basketball, Coach Smith is a baseline play guru.
Well, there's nothing like that, too, because that is your chance to drop a play for a score rather than, hey, just get it in. Cody John throws out left. Davis fires up a three. That's long, no good. Rebound, Merrill. Here come the Aggies. Merrill with the ball straight away. Now goes left side, Bean. Fakes left, goes right, now throws back out to Merrill, around to Bairstow. He has to help space the floor, so he goes to Bean straight away, who floats out left. Behind the back dribble, starts to bump and back, gets 10 feet away from the hoop. Quick paint-to-paint pass underneath the Merrill, throws it back out to Bean for a long three. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Barnes. Barnes trying to hurry it into the front court, trying to play with some thrust here. Now throws to the high post, Zidor with a long jumper that's going to go off the backboard, off the rim, no good. Altered shot beautifully by Dorius defensively. Aggies with the rebound, that's Merrill. He's cleaning up the glass tonight with 7:22 left to play as the ball's knocked out of bounds off of Hurston. Three balls good from Koopsis. It's 24-11. That's their first field goal in a really long time.
Well, I tell you, 12-minute drought. I mean, they've had a few of those when they come here, but they can score them in bunches, so the Aggies need to be careful.
Porter with the ball high out right, goes straight away to Bean. Bean looking to give to Bairstow, and then a foul as he's on that drive. That's going to be team foul number 5. Both teams now with just one to give. 5:28 left in the half. Merrill and Miller back in, Brito, and Bairstow will take a seat.
Yeah, good couple minutes there for Bairstow. He's got to figure out the pace of this game, but he's going to be a special player for the Aggies if he continues to progress.
Well, one thing you can always do is hustle, and he definitely does that. Karvovsky takes the inbound in the corner, goes to Merrill. Merrill dropped in the corner a bit, spinning. Now throws straight away. 3 ball. Porter on the way. Yes, sir. Abel Porter hits the three. His first 3 points of the game. 27-11. The run just continues to build for Utah State, 23-5. Barnes straight on 3, in and out. Merrill, bounce pass underneath Porter, beautiful feed, and one! Justin Bean with the horn and the finish. What a pass!
I'll tell you what, Weber State doesn't know what hit them. These guys are, the Aggies are playing well above themselves.
Time out called by Weber State, 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it here. The hockey assist from Merrill there. The vision and timing from a guy like Porter. That was incredible. That is, you feel a better synergy from guys like that than normally you'd see in game number 2.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's a veteran squad. Those 9 guys that are returning, really play well together. And I'll tell you what a difference a couple days of practice makes. The Aggies are moving without the basketball. They are playing to make a play for their buddy as opposed to, playing to make a play for themselves.
You talk about guys, nobody thinks they're a selfish player, but you get the sense you have almost every player over there, it seems like every player over there, that has the same definition of unselfishness.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, as you look up just, on the board or through the stat sheet, everyone that's playing is having a chance to score. And, that's a and I think at the end of the game, you'll see quite a few of those.
And free throw is up, and it's good. Kozak was called for the foul. 4:50 left to play here in this first half. The score is 30-11. Utah State pouring it on Weber State. Weber State had a 6-4 lead, and since then it has been all Aggies. The defense has really clamped down hard and made life tough on Weber State up to this point. They are shooting just 18% from the field. Davis takes a screen from Kozak between the leg dribble, gets to the 10-foot mark, floats it up off the front of the rim. Bean, a hard-nosed rebound, gets it out to Porter. Porter eyes up court, finds Miller, open 3, in and out, tip up, and one! Justin Bean does it again! A spectacular play to come flying in A tough rebound, runs 94 feet, and makes the kind of play that'll fire up Coach Smith.
I'll tell you what, he has oral surgery 3 years ago because he busts his teeth out. He's on the floor to start the break, gets up and comes down and throws a tap-in dunk. Unreal.
Finishes the three-point play. It is a 22-point lead. Utah State in full control here. 4:08 left first half, 33-11. Koopsis with the ball, top of the key. Tries to drive on Kotovovsky, lays it up and in over the arms, off the glass, around the rim and in. If they're going to make a basket with that kind of stress, you'll live with it.
Sure, absolutely. I feel like that went off Kuba's hands there.
Score corrected now at 34-13. Aggies up 21. Bounce pass. Backdoor. Abel Porter from Kotovovsky. 36-13.
Wow, Kuba looks like a different player. Much more confidence this game. Looks like the player that they recruited.
This place is tough to play. When the Aggies get going, they just keep pouring it on and pouring it on and pouring it on. Here is Kozak, hands to Davis. Davis right side, drives into Kotovovsky. They're going to call a foul on Kotovovsky. Instead, it's overruled. A travel. Aggies get the ball. Coach Randy Ray not happy.
Well, I tell you what, that's we'll go to a timeout here. We'll talk about that after the break.
All right, 3:26 left to play here in the first half. Utah State, Weber State 4 of 22 from the field. The Aggies up by a score of 36-13. Beautiful backdoor feed, and Merrill gets it and scores. Abel Porter with a gorgeous bounce pass and a tough angle.
Yeah, back-to-back backdoor. A really, really hard pass. He had to spin it a little bit. Tremendous pass.
Great reception that time by Merrill, and the finish, he was guarded well. Davis straight away, top of the key, Miller all over him, outside. Koopsis gets a decent look at a three. He misses. Late closeout, but a long closeout from Kotovovsky. Merrill, right side, crossover dribble, goes to the right corner, baseline drive, baseline drift. Miller hits a three. Out of the left corner, Miller. He's 2 for 6 on the night, given 5 points. Aggies up 40-13.
Wow, great pass. That's 16 assists over the 40 points, so what a tremendous job.
And I apologize, the score seems to something, a discrepancy in the score or a disagreement in the scores. They've gone back and forth a bit on the scoreboard and the stat sheet. 3-ball long from Cody John straight away. That's no good. Kotovovsky tearing it up off the glass. Miller, take a screen from Kotovovsky, now another one. Goes straight away to Merrill. Right side, Porter. Couple of dribbles, takes a screen from Bean, throws it off of the foot of a defender, but picked up by Kotovovsky, top of the key. Brilliantly gets it back out to Miller. Miller, one dribble, thought about a three, instead guarded heavily, throws across the court to Merrill, who's yet to hit a field goal today. Now bounces, dribbles, blocked by the defender that time, Michael Kozak. It goes out of bounds, 8 on the shot. Well, baseline opportunity here.
Yeah, well, I think, they should defer all free throws and put us on the baseline because it's worth, at least 2, maybe an and one. So, yeah, we'll see what Coach has drawn up here.
Brito comes in from Miller here. 8 on the shot clock, 1:49 in the first half. Abel Porter takes the ball, slaps his hand on it. Alley-oop, Bean, great grab, pump fake, and one! You were saying?
And one. Absolutely, great play.
First of all, what a great catch. That ball was well over his head. He reached.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal catch there, one-handed. But great play again drawn up by Coach Smith.
Justin Bean, 5 of 8 from the field here, 14 minutes played, and has 12 points. It's interesting. Merrill, who's 1 for 6, by the way. Excuse me, I said he hadn't hit a field goal. He had that layup. He's 1 for 6 for the field. Went without a field goal most of the first half. Free throw good. Miller started 1 for 5. All of this, you look at some of these numbers. They've shot 25% from 3. They have done for Weber State.
Yeah, what the Aggies are doing is they're starting every possession on the defensive end rather than playing offense and then hustling back on defense. They are putting the pace together on defense.
Boy, when the other team's taking the ball out of the net, it's easy to get set. Porter circles underneath the hoop, now goes to Brito. One bounce, long two, no good. Rebound, Cody John racing the other way. 3-on-3 for Cody John. He tries to split defenders, throws it up high off the glass, no good. Loose ball, rebound, a foul. That will be on Weber State, and I believe that is a bonus situation. It is. The foul is going to be on Koopsis. And for Koopsis, that is his second foul. 1 and 1 on the other end, and I think it's Justin Bean.
So Coach Smith talks a lot about kills, which means 3 consecutive defensive stops. I'd be interested to see what the number is after the game of how many of those, because I know they're tracking that on the bench.
Tonight's game brought to you by Sports Academy, proud partner of Aggie Athletics. Front end is good, and the score is 44 to 13 tonight. And don't forget, Mountain View Veterinary Health Center celebrates 50 years in Cache Valley and 10 years in Providence. Information about services that Mountain View Vet offers available at mvvhc.com. 2 for 2. Seven for 7.
I'm not sure you could do any better.
15 for Justin Bean here so far tonight. Cody John, high out left, now goes high out right to Cunningham. Tries to drive on Porter, then throws it back out. They go around left side as it goes to Davis. Bounce pass, double, coming from the top for a post offensive player. Ball is tipped, it's out of bounds, over and back as it goes on to the other side of the floor. Another turnover, 12 for Weber State here in the early going. They did a nice job surprising Fuller on that double. I don't think he saw it coming.
Yeah, it was, I didn't think that was coming. They kind of caught him off guard and ends up throwing that pass a little long, and last one to touch it was a Weber State Wildcat.
Yeah, the stress that Utah State has put on defensively, the different looks, different pressures, different times. Here comes Porter, a possible 2-for-1 situation for Utah State. Merrill rises for 3, good! Sam Merrill on the left elbow makes it 48 to 13. It has been pure domination from the 17th ranked team in the country. Cunningham, high out right, looking down low, nothing there. Kartofsky with perfect defense on Fuller. High out left, Cody John. Probe dribbles, now gets to the left side of the lane, covered beautifully, fade away, hand in the face, no good. Rebound, loose ball, knocked out of bounds, off Weber State, 16.
Do you know the Muffin Man would be the correct, always.
Be
always
careful
on
who
top
you're
of
giving
it.
credit to.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. Saw a movie once called Trumpus, and the fear of the gingerbread man is a lot bigger than I ever realized. I don't trust that guy anymore. All right, here's Diogo Brito as he ends up taking a nice screen from Dorian.
Wow,
now
tremendous
getting to the lane and a beautiful pass. Bairstow with a finish, 60 to 17.
Diogo came off the ball screen, Bairstow back cut. There's that just great find, great court vision.
Great timing on that kind of stuff. Great realization of what's happening out there on the floor. Cunningham will hoist up a long 3. That's going to rim out. Loose ball rebound, scramble 4, and collected by Bairstow. No field goals in the last 5-10 for Weber State. Euro step in the lane, and one. Sam Merrill. A blocking foul is what they're going to call. It is 62 to 17. They just keep pouring it on.
Tony, I believe they're going to wave off that basket. They're saying
no, that's
not correct. But
I know there's no continuation, but that is absolutely an and one. There's no way that's not an and one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they can.
If he wasn't shooting, what was he doing? That's my question.
Yeah, I mean, he's got, it's catch, control, step, and shoot, and he's got all 3 as defined by the rule book. Now I do see the head of our conference officials, Bobby Deibler, across from us making furious notes, so possibly that might be a play to review and learn from.
Weber State 5 of 29 from the field, by the way. Utah State 4 of their last 5. And Kartofsky with the post-entry pass taps it out of bounds, but it was off a Weber State defender. 23 on the shot, 13-39 in the game. 60 to 17 is the score. I spoke too early on the 62.
Well, they took it off. So.
Merrill underneath with a tough finish. There's that one pass, one layup on the baseline.
A little wink from Coach Smith there again. Just a tremendous baseline play. I mean, he is a guru.
Pure domination, and it continues. No field goals for Weber State. The last 5:37. Weber State shooting 17.2% from the field, 21% from 3. Cody John trying to create into Kartofsky. Gets bumped in a foul. Finally able to get a step on a defender, and you can tell that Cody John's a good player. And he's had some back injuries, had some issues he had to deal with in trying to get back out on the floor and get back to his normal self. They're hoping that this could be a year where he looks a lot like they expected him to look when he first got to Weber State.
Yeah, I think, and it always takes a little while. There's just something about trying to get back in that groove. We have a few players in that same position.
And the horn sounded for a sub. Second free throw.
Open look. you know, the rhythm just isn't there, and even point-blank layups and point-blank three-point shots just become so difficult, and that rim looks like it's about the size of a thimble.
62-19, and Fuller in the game now for Weber State. Good, tough screen by Karvovsky. Here's a pass to the outside. Anderson on the right baseline, going to work, bump, foul. They're going to call an offensive foul. Said he grabbed his jersey, which we didn't have a look at that. He would have, that being the official. I'm sure he didn't make that up.
No.
And that's a dang good official, too.
I don't know how offensive when you're dribbling the basketball, you can grab someone's jersey, but he had it, he knew it, so there you go.
Fuller with the ball up top. Well, I don't think you can grab anybody's jersey whether you're dribbling it or not.
No,
Fuller with a reverse layup. He's fouled by Karvovsky. And Karvovsky thought he had the hand straight up. I thought so too, but they're saying he bumped into him as well. So 2 free throws coming your way for Fuller. 6:18 without a field goal now for Weber State. Boy, I'll tell you, when you get a team like this, is the feeling now when you start to dominate like this, like let's see just how much we can turn this up, right? I mean, you want this kind of killer mentality.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Aggies play at one pace and with one mentality.
It's been that kind of night for Utah State. 68-25.
Well, that rolled out there like a movie scene, didn't it? It was up there forever, creating some drama. On the rim.
What a beautiful movie. Tucked it like a football.
Yeah, he did. He split defenders, right? Yeah. And so to not give up that ball, he really did. He a la LeBron James there kind of goes through, slashing through the defense there.
He didn't travel, though. Here's the free throw for
That's
Porter.
Right.
It's good. For Abel Porter tonight, 8 points. He has 10 dimes, 4 rebounds to go with it, and just in control tonight.
Yeah, really, really dominating.
For a guy that had to pay his way to play on this team, has now had a scholarship, and boy, has he ever made the most of that. What a story. Cunningham, a fadeaway from 10, back rim, no good. Karvovsky altering another shot, taps the rebound over to Brito. Brito outlets to the sideline, now Anderson. Anderson starts to find some momentum, but is cut off by Davis, and they'll throw it back outside. Porter crosses over on Barnes, bumped, no call, throws it up off the rim, around the rim, and good. He has the touch, he gets the bounces, he deserves them. 10 points, 10 assists. For Abel Porter, it is now a commanding lead of 46.
Out looking at the score, and that's great for some of these younger players that are trying to earn a little more playing time.
7-0 run over the last 129, a 46-point lead for the Aggies here at this point. And the Wildcats trying to run through the finish line, even though the result of this one is certainly in hand. Davis has the ball with 5 on the shot clock, top of the key. Flares out left, tries to go up against Karvovsky, goes outside to Kutzis. 1 pass too many. Cunningham, unaware of what was on the clock, took a dribble, shot clock violation. Another turnover for the Weber State Wildcats. That is their 16th.
Yeah, again, just not aware of the reset after the foul to 20 seconds and passing the ball around, and time ran out on him.
Porter will take a seat. Boy, his teammates are up and congratulating him on a great performance here tonight. Anderson has the ball, goes to Bairstow. Nice crossover dribble, but he's cut off nicely defensively by the Wild. Long part of the rim. Rebound is going to be fought for, knocked out of bounds by Karvovsky. It'll go back to Weber State. Dorius is going to come in for Kuba. And I tell you what, some great minutes from him tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And if it wasn't for those 20-plus inch shoes, he wouldn't have stepped on the line.
Yeah.
Good effort. And you know what? He just looks cool out there today. You know, a little cooler, a little more relaxed.
I thought he looked a lot more comfortable in playing the way he envisions himself playing tonight. This is a big night for him, the way he played. Defensively executed perfectly. Underneath they go to Zador, who's blocked and fouled by Dorius. They're going to call a foul. And Zador will go to the line.
Yeah, I don't know if the crowd is disappointed with the call or that the clock stops and they have to they can't get to the rest of their night because boy, they have been full force tonight, that's for sure.
First free throw is off the front rim, backboard around the rim, no good. Boy, they can't even make the free ones. That's been a tough one for them tonight. They are 6 for 13 for the free throw line, that being Weber State.
Yeah, that's true.
So they are down 46 and shooting 20% from the field, 25 points in the game. That is defensive dominance. Miller, high out left, goes to Dorius on the block, who passes out for a 3-ball from Brito. Knocks it down from straight away. 74-25. And the passes out of the post tonight have been great.
Yeah, just absolutely no answer. And it's not like they're scoring in the post, but you know, Weber State is not doubling them, and they're just finding the open player. Tremendous passes out of the post.
Here's a drive by Cunningham, fouled, and finishes against Dorius. Dorius was there a step late, he knew it. So that'll be a bucket and a foul to make it 74-27. Cunningham with a free throw.
Yeah, you know, just a step behind, and then you know, unable to kind of get your body out of the way. So unfortunate there.
Cunningham on the night, 5 points. Now misses that free throw. They are now just 6 out of 15 from the free throw line. This ball knocked out of bounds on the loose ball rebound. They're going to give it to Weber State. The Utah State fans not happy with that call over there.
Well, they do have a front row seat.
Brito now with the ball left side. Looking underneath, doesn't find anything. Miller thought about an NBA three. Dribble over to the left side, go to Dorius, who goes to work on the block. Lost his footing. Looked like he might be hurt there for a bit, but no, he just slid.
Just his pride.
And a Euro foul as Weber State was headed the other way. This is going to be called against Brito. And so this should put Weber State on the line in the double bonus with 6:03 left to play. 74-27, Utah State in the lead. The rebound margin tonight, 40-20. 13-5 on the old boards. Weber State tonight is that first free throw. No good again.
I think that was.
Okay, this'll really infuriate a coach. 37.5% from the free throw line. The second
and a violation.
Oh, because it was a lane violation. So
yeah, no basket.
No basket again. Yeah. The second one does not count. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you know, they
did that away.
They did that earlier, and the officials just kind of blew their whistle and reset it. Did a do-over, but, you know, not 2 times in a college game.
A horrendous night for Weber State, one they'll definitely want to forget. A great second game here for Utah State. Miller is out into the corner, fires a 3, good!
Yeah, 2 points.
Brock Miller with a toe on the tape, they call it a 2. And it's now 76-27.
Yeah, just, I mean, unbelievable offensive performance by the Aggies today.
He was covered closely and was able to get that off. Here's a 3 by Davis straight away. No good. Loose ball grabbed nicely. A 50-50 rebound by Dorius. Outlet to Brito. He settles into a right angle 3. Yes, sir! Pure confidence from Diogo Brito and from the Aggies. 79-27. The lead is over 50.
We are pulling up on the break right there with a 3. Wow.
Davis straight away. They go to Koopsis. He's trying to go left side to Cunningham, and he does. Cunningham with 9 on the shot. Now 8. Take a screen that's going to come from Zadora. Throws over left side. Barnes. Down low goes Zadora with 3, with 2, with 1. Circles. Fires it up around the rim. No good. Rebound. Flied in and grabbed by Koopsis.
Foul.
Foul? As he was coming down. They're going to call it on Miller.
Yeah, so that's on the rebound on Brock. I feel like they're trying to help Weber State get on the board, but unfortunately, Shrek and Donkey posters are deterring, or something is.
Koopsis' first free throw. So 37.5% from the line before that free throw right there. That'll get him to over 40. Cody John in the gate scores over the top of Zadora. He made that look easy.
Yeah, when he's able to, you know, I think he predetermines his moves a little bit, which is something he'll have to adjust. But when he's able to make that first step, he is a load down there.
His body is strong. You saw the way he moved Zadora pretty easily that time. Zadora was doing everything he could to hold up. Koopsis with the moves on Brito. Has to go back outside. They swing it around now to Cody John. Cody John flies over to the right side as he goes to Davis. Now Zadora. Shot clock at 5. Outside Cunningham. Around the horn. Left corner 3 on the way. That's no good. Coming from Koopsis. Gets his own. Puts it back up and in. And the Weber State Wildcats are over 30 as we are under 4 here. 81-31 the score.
Yeah.
Bairstow with the ball. High out right. Straight away Brock Miller. Miller driving on Cody.
Look at the stats is the most impressive number. Yeah, just a phenomenal job sharing the basketball. I mean, it's that ball's moving so fast. It's hard to you know, as the defense is just their head is moving around. I mean, whiplash about to occur.
Usually in a game like this, you can start to see great offensive energy from the winning team and defense fall off. That has not happened tonight. First free throw good from Zador.
Yeah, not by a long shot. In fact, it's almost the opposite. They've kind of taken pride after the first 2 or 3 minutes of the game in not giving an uncontested shot.
You can tell that accountability never ends when it comes to that category. 83-32, second free throw, no good. And now you have Group Bomb in the game for Utah State, and Clay Stahl is in the game for Utah State. Stahl posting up underneath, so is Group Bomb. Miller has it high out right. Will take a couple dribbles. Pump, now fire from 15 with a hand in his face, and he hit it.
Yeah, I mean, that's an and one in a normal game, and he's still able to complete it.
85-32 the score as the domination continues here tonight. What has been a great performance for Utah State basketball. Weber State trying to find something here as Davis has the ball high out right, now goes high out left to John. Cunningham has it on the left side, takes a few dribbles over to the right, now goes back over to Davis. Great defense by Anderson as Davis has to pass it back out to John. John with a shot clock at 3, down to 2. Miller on him, hand in the face 3, front rim, backboard, no good, rebound, Stahl has it knocked away by Koopsis out of bounds, stays with the Aggies, 2:33.
Yeah, you know, both Clay Stahl and Roche, they're in the books, right? They each have secured a rebound, so great start to the season for both of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, just getting a hand on the ball and just looking anything like you want them to look like. It's been a long time for Clay Stahl. It's been a long journey for him. Some unfortunate breaks as well. He catches the ball low block right, about 15 feet away, actually. Has to step out and hand it to Bairstow, who drives the baseline, goes underneath the hoop, tries to find Clay Stahl underneath the hoop as well, but this ball hits off a couple defenders and is stolen away. Cunningham has it going the other way for Weber State. Around the horn they go to the right side now to Davis. 2 minutes exactly left in regulation. Davis has it poked away by Anderson. Anderson harassing him with the long arms. Now strips it away and has the steal as it's picked up by Miller. Now to Bairstow. One-on-one against John. Goes into his body, lays it up and in. Great finish.
Yeah, tremendous job in the full court getting, rim to rim, and good find there by Brock, and great poke away by Alfonso.
87-32. They keep bringing it. Cunningham. Left side, now straight away to Koopsis. Right side to Davis, nobody open underneath at all. Bodies everywhere, hands out, cutting off lanes and making life tough. Davis has it, now they go Koopsis, high out left, he'll fire a 3. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound Anderson, outlet Bairstow. It is a 55-point lead.
Wow, double nickel.
55.
Double nickel.
Somebody said that might happen. It wasn't me. Here is Anderson, high out right. Our engineer, Ajay Salveson, called that one, as the game started to get underway. Stahl, fighting on the block and finishes over the top of the defender. Boy, that has to feel good.
Boy, that is exciting. You got to tip your hat. He's just worked so hard, and that's a culmination right there.
Timeout is just going to be called for substitution. They're going to bring in Fuller, that being Weber State. Fuller's going to come in for Zador. 50 seconds left to play here. When I saw Clay Stahl tonight, he saw me, he waved at me and said, "Hey, welcome back." Why are you saying that to me? Don't say that to me. That's no. I want to say that to you. You got a bucket. That had to feel great. 89-32, 41 seconds left to play here in regulation. The defense still locked in. Clay Stahl hits the deck, and a dunk is going to be handled by Fuller of Weber State, and it's now a 55-point game.
Well, when they shoved Clay Stahl to the ground, I mean, no call there.
30 seconds left to play, 24 on the shot. Utah State with one last offensive possession where they'll try to score.
Big fella.
On the block, going up against Koopsis. Turns, right-hand hook, short off the rim. Rebound, Koopsis. And here come the Wildcats up the court. It's going to be Cunningham, right side. Rises and fires for 3. That's off the back of the rim. Loose ball rebound.